Hello, hello. My name is Michelle. I am 51 and I am super duper duper committed to getting my money all the way together. So I have been tracking my spending now for, oh gosh, I guess almost a year. And I really feel like I've gotten my system together. So my goal is that every week I stay under $200. And I spend money in two different ways. So the first way is that I use cash because some of my hobbies are cash based, like I like to go to the casino, and some of my wellness stuff is cash based, like pedicures. You get a little discount if you pay cash. And then I also use my debit card. So I don't use any credit at this point. I have paused my debt repayment journey because I just felt like it was way more important to get a handle on my spending. It was kind of forced. I helped a family member get a car and then they couldn't afford it and then they gave it back. And so now have a repo on my credit, which means I was like, okay, well, let me pause this because technically this means my credit's going to be looking crazy for, I think it's 7 years. So I have really been committed to getting my money management habits kind of in alignment with my goals so that I'm never in debt again. So I'm so proud of myself because I literally have not used debt since September of last year. So you figure September of 2025 because I'm filming this July 2026. All right, so let's get into it. I'm so excited. So I have been using a notebook. I'm a retired teacher and my primary source of income is my pension. However, I do have two businesses that I am working on because I'm trying to get those profitable so that then they can supplement my pension income. One is my real estate business. I'm an out-of-state investor. I manage my own properties. I just use a combination of different software. It's really been helpful. Right now, I'm doing the rent by the room model, and shortly I will be doing Section 8 because I have a duplex that will be up and running. Ideally, within the next 3 years. My plan is that I'm going to like renovate one apartment at a time and then kind of use that money to put back in the business to get the other one up and running. But right now, my primary goal is to get my real estate business profitable because right now every month I'm like doing owner investments. So that's the reason why I'm really trying to get a handle on my personal spending so that then I can maximize those habits and make my business run more efficiently. I also have a teacher pay teacher store that focuses primarily on 6 through 8 ELA resources. That store really you could just consider that a side hustle. Like I don't really have any goals of like that really being able to cover a whole lot of my expenses, maybe like subscriptions or something. And then of course I have this YouTube channel that is not monetized yet, but I'm envisioning even when it is, I'm not like, the goal is not that I would be like supplementing large portions of my income with my YouTube pay. That again would be more like side hustle money. So my primary focus is getting my real estate business up and running because that's my main way that I plan on supplementing my pension money. All right, so for the week of July 17th to July 23rd. So that's from Friday to Thursday. I'm counting this as week 3 of July. If I'm going to overspend, it tends to be on a Friday. So that's why, or a weekend, I guess I should say. So that's why I just track my spending from Friday to Thursday. All right. So let's see. Fuel was 0 because I haven't been driving a lot. I'm on the West Coast. It's super duper hot. So I'm really just not out and about all like that right now. Next is food. I spent $90.46. Household is $14.60. Let's see, office supplies is $5.39. I am thinking that starting in August, because I'm going to start doing some supplemental work in August, I think I'm going to move that to my business funds because all the office supplies are directly connected to either my real estate business or my TPT business. Dining out, $29.36, which I'm getting a little better with. My hobbies, $3.28. I don't even know what I bought that was that cheap. I'm guessing, I'm trying to think, what the heck did I buy? I don't even know what was $3.28 connected to any of my hobbies. Probably like a pen or color or something. Maybe it was a coloring book. Maybe that's what it was. Health and wellness was $25.71, and that's anything from like candles to incense to really anything that I feel like improves my wellness. Eventually massages will be in there. Right now they're not, but I'm hoping that by the end of August, massages are in there. And so I had 2 no spend days. Very excited about that. And so grand total, I'm so proud, y'all. For the week, I spent $168.80. And so I am so proud of myself, y'all, because this is showing this is really working. Like, I started with a $150 budget and I realized that was not enough. I think 200 is the sweet spot. And I've said in previous videos that my goal starting in August is to really divide out my spending, meaning look at what's a weekly category and then what would be considered more of like a monthly, quarterly, yearly category and put that as a sinking fund. And so I know that the weekly categories will be like fuel, food, dining out, hobbies, health, and wellness. The ones that I feel like will be more sinking fund-ish, meaning it's not something that I'm necessarily spending money on every single week, would be like household, because I've been trying to do like kind of big runs, meaning like I get paper towels, toilet paper, dishwashing liquid, detergent all at one time. And so that way every week I'm not like buying household stuff. Travel, I'm thinking is going to be more of like a quarterly thing. What else? Like gifts, really kind of miscellaneous, that kind of stuff. So starting in August, I want to pull those numbers out just so that I can start. I do have some sinking funds digitally, but I want to make sure that my sinking funds are actually in alignment with what I'm actually spending money on, not just kind of aspirational sinking funds. So I hope you are learning some stuff from this. Again, be encouraged. I'm telling you this works. And remember, it's not about perfection, because that is definitely not what I'm trying to do. It's just getting a handle on your spending and then creating a life that you're okay with. Because I feel like sometimes, especially with those of us who are like in debt and we're trying to pay off debt, but we're still trying to live our lives. When we get into this budgeting world, we're very hard on ourselves about, oh man, I went over budget. And instead of looking at it that way, just look at like, okay, did I spend money intentionally on things that bring me enjoyment? And if you did, then that's a sign that you just need to increase your budget or decrease spending in areas that really, don't mean a lot to you, but you're kind of doing it out of stress or you're just not being intentional. So totally stick with it, because this is totally working out. So again, I hope you learned something. If you have some tips, tricks, please let me know. And until later, be grateful. Bye-bye.